नई दिल्ली स्थित इंडिया इंटरनेशनल सेंटर में इंटरनेशनल चैम्बर ऑफ मीडिया एंड एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री एवं प्रेस क्लब ऑफ इंडिया के सहयोग से एसोसिएशन फॉर एशिया पैसिफिक यूनियन आपूं द्वारा जलवायु परिवर्तन विकास के मार्ग में सबसे बड़ी बाधा विषय पर एक महत्वपूर्ण परिचर्चा का आयोजन किया गया। कार्यक्रम में हाई कमिश्नर ऑफ श्रीलंका महिषिनी कोलोन, यूनिटी थ्रू हेल्थ सर्विस डॉक्टर ए गुप्ता, यूनिटी थ्रू टूरिज्म एंड कल्चर माधुक, यूनिटी फॉर पीस इन एशिया पैसिफिक डॉक्टर बी शिवरम्पा, एम्बेसडर के फैबियन, एवेंसडर डॉक्टर एस सैफुल हक, अली मुस्तफ़ा, डॉक्टर सुधीर मिश्रा और सुभाष गोयल ने अपनी गरिमामयी उपस्थिति दर्ज कराई। इस दौरान सभी अतिथियों ने अपने विचार रखते हुए कहा कि जलवायु परिवर्तन आज केवल पर्यावरण से जुड़ा विषय नहीं रह गया है, बल्कि इसका सीधा असर स्वास्थ्य, पर्यटन, संस्कृति, शांति और समग्र विकास पर पड़ रहा है।
What would you say about today's event, sir?
Well, today's event is remarkable because we have enjoyed being with each other. At the same time, we have exchanged ideas, and this exchange of ideas will be followed up by more exchange and also by action. And it is important that people, citizens, speak up. Of course, we have elected a government, and it's for the government to take action. But there should be proper interaction between the government and the people and the civil society. So our association is the best example of civil society, which shows the way forward. Because we get sort of busy with matters do not always matter. So matters that matter, we have to recognize them, and that is what our association has been doing, and it has done it in a splendid way this today.
Okay, now the issue is that no, first of all, I'm also a member of APU, and I'm primarily focusing on climate change as a practitioner and an academician and a consultant also. Now, the entire world today, climate change is an existential crisis. No, you must have heard, and we are coming out from one event to another event, and moving from one extreme weather event to another weather extreme. If you look at just recently, no, 2 months back also, we had so many incidents which have created human loss as well as no economic losses. Like for example, Sri Lanka has lost 4% of GDP just in 3 days and around 1,000 people. So today, if you want to have peace and any kind of a stability in a region, then you have to fight this climate change, because climate change is without borders. Climate change does not respect borders. It's a transboundary problem. And the response also has to be across the world. Everyone has to come together. And towards that, what APU intends to do.
Today we have discussed in this conference about the clean energy. So the country is progressing for generation of the non-fossil fuel sources of energy, and which is now with the total installed capacity as of now 520 gigawatt. Now the total installed capacity from non-fossil fuel sources of energy 272. That is more than 52%. The earlier the target was fixed during the Glasgow COP26. Our Honorable Prime Minister fixed the target that we have to be 500 gigawatt of non-fossil fuel sources of renewable sources of energy capacity by 2030. And out of that, 272 gigawatt we have already achieved. And the 50% of the energy target also from the renewable sources of energy by 2030. So that target we are also going to achieve by 2030.
Well, I'm Dr. A.K. Gupta. I'm also a member of APU, And today's conference, which has been an international conference on sustainability of and development of this climate change, health, and media and cultural media. Through that, we wanted to bring the unity. And APU has been instrumental in bringing out this kind of changes in this Asia Pacific. We have been working hard, and I've been looking after the health, being a doctor myself. So what I think that the association of all these systems, like we have in Asia countries, we have got a traditional medicines are there, like Chinese medicine is there, and Sigma Ripa is there, Ayurveda is there, Unani is there, homeopathy is there, allopathy is there. So if we have a combination of that, what we call is integration, that will give us a much more, mileage and possibility of treating the people with a great success. Reason being, allopathy being, first it is very good in acute conditions, but not very good in chronic condition, and it's been expensive and it has got its own, side effects also. So that is where these traditional medicines as well as the alternative medicines come into, play a role.
I should jump. All right. I think the conference has been excellent in terms of it's covered all fields of concerns from the business side of things, equally in terms of the climate. The aspirations of humankind in terms of the lifestyle we live has a price, and that price happens to be what we're experiencing with the climate change. So we are both culprits and victims of our lifestyles, and I think we need to work on these issues collectively. As an African and fully aware of some of the challenges of India in earlier years, I think that the experiences of India becomes valuable at this point in time to Africa.
The Association for Asia Pacific Region, New Delhi, has now taken up a very huge step of bringing to light of the day the ancient wisdom of yoga and meditation. Both are properties of India. And India was known as Vishwaguru because we taught the whole world in the past about yoga and meditation and the peace and happiness to the entire world. Now again we are reviving it further to a great advantage of all our Asia Pacific region, and we are taking everyone into account so that meditation should work as meditation. Meditation is a medicine, everybody should know, for all the ills of society. And peace is derived only in meditation.
देखिए, कोई भी चीज़ जो पूरा कम्युनिज्म की रेवोल्यूशन हुई थी, वो कार्ल मार्क्स ने किताब के साथ शुद्ध कैपिटल से शुरू हुई थी. जो थिंकिंग है वो बहुत ज़रूरी है. इस टाइम दुनिया में चारों तरफ त्राही त्राही मची हुई है. आप देखिए यूरोप में जो वॉर चल रही है रशिया और यूक्रेन की, वो हम सोच रहे थे कि एक आध महीने में ख़त्म हो जाएगी, उसको आज तीसरा साल हो गया है. और उसकी वजह से पूरी यूरोप की इकोनॉमी त्राही त्राही मची हुई है. दूसरी तरफ ट्रंप सरकार ने टैरिफ्स लगा के, और कभी किसी का वो मतलब एक थ्रेट सा चल रहा है कि वॉर है क्या नहीं है. तीसरी तरफ चाइना ताइवान को लेने की कोशिश कर रहा है. चौथी तरफ आप देखिए कि ईरान और अमेरिका का युद्ध होने की संभावना है. उधर से एशिया में गाज़ा और इसमें क्या नाम गाज़ा और इज़राइल के अंदर अभी भी युद्ध चल रहा है. तो चारों तरफ आग लगी हुई है. हम एशिया पैसिफिक यूनियन से उस आग को बुझाने का काम कर रहे हैं. हम ये कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि किसी तरीके से जो थिंकिंग है वर्ल्ड की, क्योंकि इसके बाद हम रिपोर्ट डालेंगे, सारी एम्बेसीज को भेजेंगे, सारी कंट्रीज़ को भेजेंगे, यूनाइटेड नेशंस को भेजेंगे कि ये एक सेमिनार हुआ और इसमें हमारा ये सोच है कि इस टाइम दो आगे लगी हुई हैं। एक तो एनवायरनमेंट की आग है, जो कि आपने देखा ग्रीनलैंड से बर्फ़ निकल गई, और सुनामी, और जो समुंदर है जिसमें हम सब कुछ डंप कर रहे हैं, वो समुंदर भी रिवोल्ट कर रहा है। और इसी तरीके से एक आगे एशिया पैसिफिक को हम पीस, प्रोग्रेस एंड प्रॉस्पेरिटी के लिए हमें इसको वॉर से बचाना होगा।
is incomplete without the contribution of high technology. High technology means disruptive technology. And today we are seeing we are thinking that Asia Pacific has been, it's an isolated case. But I don't think so. It's a global. And the factors which are affecting at the global level, they are going to affect the Asia Pacific also. If you remember, it's not only the land which sustains the life, it's the oceans, space, deep sea, cyber technology, now artificial intelligence. So these all are the new things which are going to influence the sustainable development. When you talk about oceans and Antarctica, we can combine both. If you remember, some time back, there was a talk, there was a statement by President Trump, drill, 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 baby. What does it mean? Wherever you find a place, you drill. Wherever you find a place in the oceans or Arctic, you drill. The objective was oil. When the whole world was talking about sustainable development and green energy, he restarted the oil digging. And he said, coal is beautiful. So if oil and coal is beautiful, then what is hydrogen? I'm talking green hydrogen. Then what is solar energy? What is wind? What is clean energy? We have to think of these options. Then only the world will be safe. The second thing is, when we talk about Arctic, if we drill, we are going to drill for thousands of meters to get the oil. And what will come out? Oil along with viruses and bacteria, which our humanity has never exposed to. So these things will be very new to us. And if you remember, some time back, we had a COVID crisis, and one virus has affected the whole humanity. Now, the new viruses which will come out along with the oil, they will again put hold the humanity into the crisis.